brother from another mother, and you're messing with my cousin, and I'm pregnant. Well, joke's on him, because I have now been name checked in this lawsuit. We just read through this. We showed the public that's what you're doing. I am under your skin. I'm so excited. I'm under their skin. Blake and Ryan are watching. But there's a little bit of dirt thrown on me here because I'm the only other person that gets mentioned. And I want to be clear. We just read through this. We showed the public that's what you're doing. So I don't understand why I got name checked here. And then just to say, predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative. They're like, they got me out here looking like Regina George when she cuts her shirt.
Hollywood's golden couple just picked a fight with the last person they should have messed with. And the fallout is nuclear. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds thought dragging Candace Owens into their $400 M lawsuit would shut her up. Instead, they handed her the mic to expose their hypocrisy live for the world. This isn't just celebrity drama. It's a masterclass in how the elite weaponize victimhood to bury the truth. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds dropped Candace Owens' name in court filings like a grenade. She had zero involvement in their legal war with director Justin Baldoni. No subpoenas, no evidence, no connection. Their goal? Paint her as Baldoni's conservative puppet to taint his defense. But Owens, a media critic who thrives on hypocrisy, flipped the script. They mentioned me? Fantastic, she mocked on her podcast. Now I'm invested. The move backfired instantly, turning Owens from bystander to bulldog. But Blake's team wasn't done digging their grave.
I'm not sure what argument they're making because I'm not sure what argument they're ever making because their entire lawsuit is just filled with contradictions. But they use my tweet and they say, late last night, which was what I said, I tweeted this, late last night while we all slept, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds filed a protective order. It's like, no, I'm just telling the truth. And I don't understand what your problem is with me other than the fact that I am under your skin. I'm so excited. I'm under their skin. And Judge Lehman of New York instructed both of the parties of the suit to submit a proposed protective order. I think the deadline he gave them was March 10th for a proposed protective order. Blake's team filed for a slightly modified type of protection order that would include increased protections to third parties. Now, we covered this filing. I told you that essentially what was buried in it was what I would describe as the Taylor Swift clause.
Demanded a court order to hide evidence, even from Baldoni. Her excuse? Protecting third parties like Taylor Swift. Yet weeks earlier, Blake had leaked Baldoni's text to the New York Times. The hypocrisy was glaring. She weaponized privacy when convenient, but cried foul when critics called her out. Legal experts called it a desperation play to control the narrative. Baldoni's lawyers argued if she's innocent, why bury the truth? Then came Ryan Reynolds' mask slip. While Blake's lawyers claimed trauma, Ryan joked about the lawsuit on SNL. Great timing, right? He smirked during the 50th anniversary special. Fans roasted the whiplash. Was this a serious trauma or a punchline? Critics coined crying Ryan as his performative support collapsed. Behind the scenes, insiders revealed Reynolds rewrote script scenes to favor Blake, blurring the line between spouse and Svengali, but Candace wasn't letting them off the hook. Owens treated the lawsuit like comedy fodder. Getting name dropped is my Christmas gift, she sneered, vowing to retire on this clownery. She dissected Blake's filings live, exposing contradictions. You leaked texts, but now want secrecy? Baldoni's team cited her tweets in court, proving her influence. Blake's attempt to link Owens to Perez Hilton as co-conspirators collapsed when Owens laughed. I've never met Baldoni, but hey, cousins in the stars, right? The media circus took a darker turn.
And they're saying we only want this to be shared between the attorneys, not even with the parties to the suit. So that means, Brian Friedman can see it, their lawyers can see it, but we're talking like not even Melissa Nathan or Justin Baldoni could see it because it might be very damaging to third parties. If Brian Friedman subpoenas Taylor Swift's text messages, wink, wink, that's what I want, that's what I want to see. And it reveals that actually Taylor Swift was LOLing with Blake Lively about being a dragon. She was like, yeah, I'm a dragon. Rawr. And she was like plotting the takeover of the movie because she's bored and it's Tuesday and Joe Alwyn isn't responding to her text messages anymore and she's already finished her album. We have to distinguish between the two, what a standard court protective order is and what Blake Lively's team is asking for, which is an attorney's eyes only designation.
Blake's lawyers invoked Taylor Swift's name to justify hiding evidence, claiming leaked texts could harm her. But Swift wasn't involved, so why the panic? Speculation exploded. Did Blake and Taylor plot against Baldoni? Were the texts about Joe Alwyn? Owens amplified the mystery. Release Swift's messages. Let's see the real tea. The stunt made Blake look guilty of hiding collusion, or worse. Meanwhile, Blake's feminist facade crumbled.
If the judge actually grants that kind of a protection order, the attorneys would become the judge of what exactly could be designated AEO. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But they use my tweet and they say, late last night, which was what I said, I tweeted this, late last night while we all slept, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds filed a protective order. The guilty as sin couple is asking a judge to protect from the public some confidential documents and names that will be gathered in the discovery process. After they put my tweet, they write, predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative. Okay, yeah, but that's what you did. Like, what am I guilty of here? She was a massive bitch. What am I guilty of here? Leading the pack of people, like, because like what, we're psychotic and we're checking your filings every day. And we said, oh, look, yeah, she's filing for more protection to protect, she thinks it's confidential documents. We just read through this. We showed the public that's what you're doing. I want the Taylor Swift text messages. I deserve the Taylor Swift text messages. Okay, I've worked incredibly hard for the Taylor Swift text messages. Years, okay? Okay, not years, but like everyone can see that I have made a real effort. And now that you have name checked me and I'm under your skin, I'm going to be there for a very long time. I'm not gonna let go. I'm like a pit bull, okay? I'm on to you.
Framed herself as a Me Too warrior, but Owens dismantled her modern feminism as a power grab. She cries victim, but bullies Baldoni, Owens argued. Leaked DMs revealed Blake's team fat-shaming crew members, contradicting her empathy brand. Fans coined fake lively. As Baldoni's lawyers proved Blake demanded final cut on scenes, a power move, not a plea for safety, the legal strategy imploded.
Pitbull, okay, I'm on to you. I see what's happening. And you're just throwing me in here for trying to make people think that I'm somehow connected to Brian Freeman when I'm not. But I will be in the future, okay? That's my brother from another mother. And you're messing with my cousin. And I'm pregnant, okay? Blake and Ryan are watching. You know what's gonna happen? I wanna be very clear, guys. You know where we're headed? I can see us barreling toward this future. I am going to be put, not just in the Deadpool movies, but all over that next Taylor Swift album. You guys are gonna be Easter egg hunting. She's gonna have songs about me. So let me clarify, I have never spoken to Brian Friedman in my life. And it hurts me deeply. As I said to you guys, like he and I are connected in the stars or something. Like, you know, he might be my brother from another mother. Like I said, I believe the purpose of that was just to kind of throw a little dirt, to try to imply something like, oh, there's probably something there with Candace. She's got to be working for someone. And it's like, no, guys, there's no conspiracy, okay? I'm interested in this case because I really think Blake Lively sucks, and I think Ryan Reynolds is a bully.
Blake's case hinged on secrecy, but her lies piled up. She claimed Baldoni made her uncomfortable, yet approved his director's cut. She alleged trauma, but let Ryan mock the lawsuit. Legal analysts called her filing self-sabotage, riddled with contradictions. When Baldoni's team subpoenaed her PR team's emails, Blake panicked, begging the judge to protect her from her own leaks. Social media delivered the verdict.
Witnesses are staying anonymous. They're terrified of threats and bullying. It's a very neutral and interesting piece.
Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Even if Justin was too huggy or whatever the heck, or said she was sexy, none of this warrants this. And you still have to atone for what you did. This is absolute cringeworthy, and they should be ashamed.
On top of them when they wake up, like these are serial monsters.
Because that's what she has told people in interviews. She's opened up about the fact that she struggles for equality, all of the struggles that she faces on behalf of trying to stand up as a woman. She was similarly rude, and I think that in her modern feminist mind, she thinks that when she's being rude, she's taking a stance for women, and she's not.
The internet crowned Blake and Ryan Hollywood's phony couple. Memes contrasted Blake's leaked rude texts with her kind girl persona. TikTok edits juxtaposed Ryan's SNL jokes with his traumatized spouse claims. Owens fueled the fire. They're not victims, they're directors of a bad soap opera. Even Swifties turned on Blake, demanding she stop dragging Taylor into this mess. Then came the real twist.
I'm just shocked at how many lies were told. Modern feminism is an army of spoiled brats who have never lived through anything at all in their entire lives. And so they sort of create this fantasy that they're a part of some cosmic struggle. I'm a modern feminist and I'm struggling against this or that. Blake Lively, and she is currently under a media assault because suddenly people are realizing that she's maybe not a nice person at all. TMZ reported that Blake Lively has told people that there were multiple reasons that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable It's a feminist buzzword. Uncomfortable on set of It Ends With Us.
Baldoni's team uncovered metadata proving Blake's leaks were timed to sabotage his career. Emails revealed her PR team plotting to ruin him emotionally and financially. The kicker? Blake's own lawyers accidentally included a draft text calling Baldoni too huggy but harmless. The evidence was so damning, legal experts said Baldoni could win on defamation alone. But the final blow came from Owens.
People were sort of just noticing that Blake Lively was not the nicest person.
This is a PR tactic to try and sway the public, and I think these are deliberately being leaked to us creators so that we can run with this.
Words coming in from the celebrities at the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary asking why Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were even there. Then when the movie was a hit, but she wasn't seen as a hit, she was seen as the problem, that's when everything went south. She then assumed it was Justin retaliating, which it wasn't. But now with lawsuits and texts and all the things that she put out there, Justin is allowed to defend himself. He has, and he's been doing a way better job than your maximum effort.
Owens promised to live in Blake's head rent-free until the trial. "You named me," she warned. "Now I'll be your nightmare." She launched a podcast deep dive into Blake's career manipulations, from Gossip Girl feuds to her controlled media marriage. Fans begged for a Owens versus Lively debate, a showdown Blake will never risk. As the March 10th court date looms, one truth remains: Blake picked a fight she can't win.
Essentially, I walked you through the New York Times metadata and showed you that this woman had posted on X and essentially just like blared it out to the world.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds tried to play Hollywood's oldest game: silence critics, control the narrative, win by attrition. But Candace Owens rewrote the rules. This isn't about lawsuits or fame, it's about accountability. And in the end, the elites learned a brutal lesson: drag a truth teller into your drama and they'll steal the spotlight.